like the fantasy you always have as a kid. Everywhere is an amazing shot, an amazing character.
It's about the humanity of it, which just makes the whole thing so real.
Ready? Action!
Your heart's beating and you're actually in this situation. You get something very genuine that you couldn't have planned.
You'll actually compose shots that if we were on a green screen set, you just wouldn't have known were available.
Pressure's so high. Like, we're making a film that's right, touching my favourite movie of all time. But then if you're too respectful of it, that you dare do anything new or different, take a risk, then what are you bringing to the table?
Next week.
Next week, you'll see it down there. Bye.
This is really where a film crew like this really comes into their own. That kid, when you were 4 years old, grew up with Star Wars figures. It's a bit like just being that kid again. You're sort of going like, "Arr, arr, arr."
May the force be with us.
So, I think it's an understatement to say that I was incredibly disappointed in the Star Wars special last night on ABC. It's terrible. First off, all that Force Awakens footage should have been on the Blu-ray that I pre-ordered, bought on my Xbox and on my laptop. Put it on 3 different platforms, and now they decided to put something on TV. It should have been already on the freaking DVD I bought. Get out of here, Disney. That's beside the point that everyone's talking about this big trailer that was supposed to drop on ABC, and all we get is the same stupid sizzle reel that most of us saw yesterday morning. No Vader, nothing, just a bunch of behind the scenes. Looks cool, I guess, but still not sold in the film. In fact, I care even less now. So let's go shot by shot. So we see a stormtrooper looking out over some kind of canyon or something. Right here, you can see this is definitely a war setting, which is kind of interesting. But something about it feels really off to me. Like, I'm not looking for a freaking Band of Brothers Star Wars movie, you know? Honestly, I really don't care for this movie anymore. I just want to see episode 8. But I don't know. This looks really boring to me. And I really don't want us to do another Phantom Menace. Much I like the prequels. Even I can't defend them like that anymore. They really don't hold up as much. And this guy, no idea who he is. But some people think this is that Jen Ursa chick's dad, standing here in the field. Looks like a moisture evaporator. So you might get a little bit of background story on her character when the film opens. I don't know. They're gonna do flashbacks in this movie because that's gonna be kind of strange. I've never seen that before in Star Wars. Rather than maybe Anakin's dream in episode 3. But Never actually seen flashbacks, so that to me interesting. And this guy, I thought he was going to be like a Kyle Katarn type character, but clearly not. Kyle would have messed the Stormtrooper up already. Well, essentially, they are doing the same kind of story as Dark Forces. Kind of. And Dark Forces, Kyle Katarn still Death Star plans. And well, he was a Stormtrooper that defected to the rebellion after he found out the Empire killed his dad. And of course, he was Force sensitive, so he became a Jedi. Almost fell to the dark side at the hands of the evil Jarek. They were disconnected himself from the Force and became a rebel. And if you play the games, you know the rest. And this Donnie Yen guy, apparently he's playing a blind soldier or something. Clay's pretty cool. He's probably gonna die, so whatever. And there's that journalist kid, chick again. This time she had 2 blades on her back. I don't know, this chick is probably gonna be the first one to die. They're putting so much emphasis on her character. Once again, laying up to that, let's put females in the lead of every movie now. Nonsense. I mean, there's no reason why you can't have males and females in popular roles or whatever, but I don't have any problem with her in the lead role, but just make it good. Don't make it about, oh, she's a chick, so she's got to be in the spotlight, you know? That's the problem with Ghostbusters. Doesn't matter what gender you are. If it's a terrible script, it's going to be a terrible movie. And that's what people are saying about Ghostbusters. Getting off topic, but you see my point. Just make it a good movie, Disney. I don't care if it's a girl or a dude in the lead role. Make it a good movie. And give her a better dialogue. Because our dialogue is atrocious so far. This looks like what George saw in Episode 4 and Return of the Jedi in Jabba's palace. Interesting. Mon Calamari. Kind of like this right here. Or getting the apple or something to a kid. Shows us something about her character, which I was hoping for in a new trailer. Guess that would have been too easy.
You just wouldn't have known were available.
So high. Like we're making a film that
Right here, we see some new character looking out through space. I'm guessing he's on a Death Star. Guessing he's on a Death Star. Seems to be looking out. I'm guessing maybe it's Alderaan or some new planet. Who knows? Then again, who really cares? I don't.
bright, touching, my favourite movie of all time. But then if you're too respectful of it, that you dare do anything new or different, take a risk, then what are you bringing to the table?
So that's obviously a crack at J.J. Abrams for Force Awakens. Personally, I kind of agree. I mean, there's all this stuff about, Force Awakens is going to be a breath of fresh air for Star Wars. And what does it end up being? a copycat of the original film. And the plot of episode 6, we had to go into the planet, lower the shields, and then destroy the space station again. So if anything, hopefully this is going to be different, but not too different. Because at the end of the day, it has to lead into the first movie. Which is my issue with it. If they just put it further back in time, in a different era, a little bit further back, they could actually do their own thing and have a couple sequels. But now, it's going to be just a one-off. Because they can't really do that much. Now they have their hands tied around their back instead of spacing stuff out. Like, get away from the episode 3, 4 era, man. Move forward in time, or go to the Old Republic or something. They gotta get away from this one era. It's gonna get stale really fast. Right there. She seems to be running with, I'm guessing, the plans. And this guy again, some kind of captain. Looks like Kyle-Katarn-ish. It's a shame I can see Kyle-Katarn in this new universe. It makes me mad. So she's got the plans. This looks like it might be the final showdown. She's probably gonna die. So like, just expect her to get killed in the final scene, final battle. Because she's not in the original movies. And she's never mentioned by name ever again. So.
Excellent. Close the upside down there. Bye.
This is really where a film crew like this really comes into their own. That kid, when you were 4 years old, grew up with Star Wars figures. It's a bit like just being that kid again. You're sort of going like, "Arr, arr, arr."
May the force be with us.
So it looks interesting. I'm intrigued. Still don't care that much. At the end of the day, what I want is episode 8. Really don't care about these spin-offs. It's really desperate and obviously a cash grab. We all knew was going to happen once Mickey Mouse bought Star Wars. So, none of us should be surprised by that. But yeah, I guess that was a little breakdown for you. Don't have too much to say about this. Ultimately, I'm just disappointed that I didn't get to see Vader. Because that would have made my night even better. Instead, we get some stupid Force Awakens behind the scenes that I could have watched on my freaking Blu-ray. You know, that's kind of the fun of buying Blu-rays, is to watch the special features. So what I have in my Lord of the Rings extended versions, all those like 4 hours and plus, 4 hours and more of behind the scenes for Lord of the Rings, for the extended versions, it's almost longer than the movies itself. And what do they get for Star Wars? The prequels have behind the scenes, but the one new movie that people actually like, nothing. There's a bunch of stupid deleted scenes I never even watched. I'm like, what is this crap, man? Get on your game, Disney. Another thing that's disappointing is the way they're selling Rogue One. They're doing a terrible job of selling this movie. The first teaser put me to sleep. I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks so boring. I'll admit the sizzle reel, whatever you want to call it, has me a little more intrigued. I've bumped up to like 55% interest, but that's of course depending on whether or not the movie is actually good. I'm not going to be the opening night for sure, that's for sure. I'll probably wait for the reviews to hit, and then maybe I'll see. Wait, what are you talking about, Pete? Of course you're going to watch it. Well, I'm going to watch it. I'm just not expecting that much from it. This looks really strange to me. Coming off of the original films, looks like it's a totally different kind of universe. It's in the Star Wars universe, but like it has to lead into the first movie, so they can't do too much different stuff with it. And that's what killing this whole thing at the end of the day. But I digress. Till next time.